Right. So welcome all of you for the 5 days live webinar on data management with business intelligence. So this webinar will be for 5 days where we'll be learning about advanced Excel, SQL Server, Power BI, and then a project as well. Okay. So before we start, happy Independence Day to everyone. So I think all of you celebrated, hoisted flags, and then you enjoyed your own way this Indian independence. Okay, right. So let's have a quick introduction. Most of you already know about our institute, but still, people, there are some new people. Yes, Vinayak, whatever questions is there, please make a list of it. So you can ask in the end of the session. All of you, just make a list of all the questions. I'll surely answer you people because I'm very sorry. There is some technical issues which the chats or something is not working. I don't know now. So suppose if I start checking that, will be a lot of time wasted. So I think at least you are able to see the screen so that you guys can understand what we are learning for today. Okay, but surely I'll check this and then we can have the calls or you can speak to me the end of the session. Okay, right. So about ITAS, it is iTech Analytics Solutions. We are actually experts in analytics and reporting. We provide services for corporate trainings, online trainings, classroom trainings, and also we develop a lot of projects on analytics and reporting. Okay, so we are actually equipped with 15 years of experience, and we have worked with various different organizations in analytics and reporting industry. Okay, right. The next, these are the courses what we offer. You can see that we actually teach advanced Excel mainly, VBA macros, dashboard designing, automations, SQL Server, PowerPoint, Word, and coming to the packages, we have this data science, MS reporting, data visualizations, and things like that. Okay, right. Next, about the trainer, I am Adi Puttaswamy. You can call me as Adi, and I'm the founder of this ITES. So I've worked with the companies SG Software, Pharma, Mu Sigma, and IMS Healthcare, which is now IQA. Okay, my specialization is on interactive and dynamic dashboards, tool development, automations, a lot of process optimizations. Then the technologies what I actually have worked is advanced Excel macros, dashboard designing, SQL, Tableau, Power BI, Python, many automation techniques, reporting techniques, visualization techniques, and tool development. Apart from this, I've also worked on many animation projects, and also I've worked on many data science and software development projects as well. Okay, fine. So let me just close this PPT and then directly we'll go for the practical sessions what we have planned. Okay, all right. So first thing, the today's session is on advanced Excel. There are a lot of things to learn here. I know in this 1.5 hour or 2 hours, it might not be so easy to cover everything in Excel, but I'm understanding that since the session is on advanced Excel and Power BI and SQL Server, I assume that you guys at least know the basic of Excel. So here I'll be showing you a lot of examples which you will understand and work on these concepts or options. Okay, there are so many examples. I might show you few examples here, and I'll also tell you how actually you can learn these examples or say options in depth in the end of the session. Okay, right. First of all, I'm assuming that you guys know basic Excel. So I'm just directly starting with other options, that is what we use in advanced Excel. Okay, all right. Let me just open this. So before I start, let me see. Okay. So people, since the chat box is not working, I'll just allow all you guys to talk. Okay. So that I can know that whether you are able to see the options. Are you people able to see the screen? All of you, you can speak, no problem. Don't just tell me you are able to see the screen.
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay, please. I'm very sorry because chat box is not working. So at least I'll know that you guys are able to see the screen. Yeah. Okay. Right. Right. Please unmute. Please. I just told you to. Okay. Right. Now, first example, we'll see how we can use this advanced conditional format. Okay, let me open this. I might not show you all the examples, but I'll show you what all things we can do by using this conditional formatting. First of all, let's understand what this conditional formatting is. Conditional formatting means formatting the cells by using some conditions. Say, for example, I want to highlight some cells. Suppose if you want to highlight, what we'll do, say we'll go here, we'll select and we'll apply the conditional formatting. A simple conditional formatting. Suppose if you want to highlight all the values which are above 2000. So how will I do? It's a simple conditional formatting. I will select, I'll go to this conditional formatting and here I'll have new rule and I'll go to this format only cells that contain, I'll say cells. Here we have this greater than or equal to, and here I'll say 2000. Now I'll click on this format and then we'll select this fill, select any of the colors. And if I say okay, wherever you see the values which are about 2000 will be highlighted. This is a very simple formatting techniques, but not always these options, we'll be using something little more than that. So what is that? Let me just show you. I will just clear all the rules. For example, by mistake, or there are some errors what we would have done where we have the profit is greater than sales. I need to highlight all the cells where we have the profit is greater than sales. When I'm using this conditional formatting, many people actually feel that it's very complex. I'll tell you how actually you can make it very simple and easy. Conditional formatting, you just keep in mind, always it will work based on the condition, that is true or false. Just mentioning it. When I said true or false, the conditional formatting will be applied only on true or say only on true values. What I'm trying to tell you is condition means true or false. If it is true, then the condition is true, then we apply some formatting on that. So here what I'll do, I'll go here. I want the condition to be the profit is greater than sales. Say this value is greater than this value. So this is my formula. I just apply by double clicking. Here you can see there is one which is true. If I filter wherever it is true, that means profit is greater than sales. I need to highlight the entire row. Now what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll copy this. Just copy this formula. I'm telling you the technique of how actually you can apply condition formatting if you find it confusing or difficult. Now I'll select the entire table like this. Go to this condition formatting. Go to new rule. This time, don't use any of these options. Use this formula. Paste this formula. I assume that you guys know about the references. I will fix this reference of this column, fix this reference of this column, go to this formatting, and then I'll select this color and say, okay. Now you can see wherever it is true, you can see the row is highlighted like this. Any conditions, I'm telling you, if you're actually working on conditional formatting, make sure that you will apply the condition like this. If you are very much confident, directly go and apply the formula here, like what we did now. Directly you can go and apply this. If you don't have that confidence, what you do is just try to apply the formula here and then copy this and paste it in conditional formatting and then try and see, that will become more easy. Right. Let me show you one more example. I want to highlight blank values. There are some, sorry, blank cells, not blank values, blank cells. Select whatever cells you want to select, highlight, select it. Go to conditional formatting. Here I'll have new rule. And then I'll say format only cells that contain. Here I'll have this blanks or non-blanks. We say blanks. And if I select any color, and if I say okay, you can see that wherever we have this blank, so that will be highlighted. Suppose if I say non-blanks, all the non-blanks values will be highlighted. So you should use these kind of techniques. Why? I'll tell you. Some people, what they do is, let me just say Control Z. They'll go here, they'll highlight. They'll go to this, highlight. Never do that. It is very simple. Select, go to conditional formatting, new rule, says format that cells that contain. See, there are so many options here. You can use these options. You say blanks, to select blanks, and then I'll highlight. Done. Now, what is the advantage of it? Now, let me delete this. You can see that it is getting highlighted. Automatically, it will get highlighted. So if you think I want to highlight the blank values, you can do this. So likewise, there are so many different options. Now, let me go here. You just see here it says highlight whether it is text or non-text. Not always there are some predefined options. Let me go here, I'll say new rule. Here I'll say format that cells that contain. If you see here, it will ask for specific text, but not nowhere we have that whether it is text or non-text. So what should I do? In these cases, you cannot actually use the predefined option. Then what should I do? Let me just show you. In these cases, I'll use formulas. What is that? The equals is text of this cell. Now I'm just selecting only one cell and say enter, it says false. That means is text. This is not text. Let me just select one text cell. See, this is text. It says true. And I mentioned if, let's take the cell and put it here. If the value is true, that means the condition is true. So what I'll do, let me select this, select the entire table, go to this conditional formatting, new rule, I'll go to formula. Now you might say that I'm getting confused whether I have to use the options, predefined options, or whether I should use the formulas. See, you should explore anything, try and understand what is the best way to highlight the cells by using conditional formatting. Not all the options are available in predefined conditional formatting options. Go and explore these things. There are a few things which you have to write formulas, something like what I'm doing now. Say I'll paste this. I'm saying that is text of B11. Since this is relative reference, the condition formatting is applied for the entire table by each cell. Let me say formatting. I'll select some. Use here, says is text. Say okay. You can see that wherever it is text, it is getting highlighted. Suppose same thing if I change it. Now I'll say manage rule. And here I'll say is not text or say is number. See, wherever it is number, it is getting highlighted. So you can actually plan. Similarly, I have this is even or odd. This is for only numbers. Keep in mind, is even or odd is actually for only numbers because text cannot be even or odd. So here, if you want to highlight all the even numbers or odd numbers, again, I can use the formula equals is even, select this, it's false. I'll just copy this down. See, wherever it is true, that is even numbers. So we can use this like this. All right, let's go to this specific text. Now you see, if you have some examples like this, I'm just giving you some commonly used examples, means commonly used options in our daily work or say project or assignments. You just say, I have this rubber in many places. I want to highlight the entire row, my requirement, wherever I have this rubber. If it was only one cell, we could have gone, say, specific text and we can highlight the cells. But here, the rubber can be anywhere in this cell. So what should I do? In these cases, I'll use find equals find. What am I finding? I'm finding rubber, comma, within this text. Now just observe, wherever I have this rubber, I'll get the number here like this. That means wherever we have this rubber, it is giving me the position value. Let me just copy this. Now I'll select the entire table, conditional formatting. I'll say new rule. Here we'll go to this formula, paste the formula. Now I can see that it is trying to search the value here in this column, that is E. I'll make it absolute $sign and I'll say format. So I can see that wherever we have this rubber, the entire range is getting, entire row is getting highlighted. Again, I'll say, see. Now, what if I have a value or say a text like this, rubber, like this? It won't work. In these kind of cases, I'll tell you what you should do. If you think that we are actually highlighting a cell or the entire row with the exact match, then you can use find. If not, let me select this. The easiest way is go here, manage rule. Instead of find, change that to search and say okay. Say okay. See? So what is this actually? Search and find. Find looks for a value or a word exact match. That is, whether the case it is uppercase, lowercase, or whatever, it will just take the exact match. But search, it is non-case sensitive, whether it is uppercase or lowercase, anything, it will just give the true value if it is just matching this. So here I've given R as capital, but still I'm using this search. So here this rubber with any other case also will be matching, and then the entire row will be highlighted. All right. So likewise, suppose if you think that I want to highlight duplicate, see here, for example, let me check if I have some duplicate. Let me just select this. I'll go to this conditional formatting. The easiest way is I'll go to this highlights. You can see that duplicate values. Just click on this. You can see all the duplicate values will be highlighted. That means the name Patrick is repeating twice. Others are not repeating. Let me just take this name and I'll paste it. See, this is duplicate. It will get highlighted. Automatically, it gets highlighted. Okay. Highlight first row. This is one very important and very interesting option. You just observe, I have some text here, some table here, where I have some categories. Let's say this is 1, 2, 3, or something like this. We have categorized. I want to highlight the first row of this category. Say row 1, I'll highlight this. Now I need to highlight this. One is I can highlight that manually, but if you see here, 1 is 4 rows here. If you see, this is how many? Then we have 5. And if you see this one, it is 7. They are not uniform. It is very difficult to now highlight the first row. If it was uniform, say we could have given 1, 2, 3, 4, and somehow we can actually do if it is uniform, but it is not uniform. So what should I do? See, it's very simple. If you think that you want to highlight some values, just go here. You just mention like this, equals. This value is not equal to the above value. Just observe. This value is not equal to this value. It is true. Now, if you just drag it down, you can see that here I have this false. That is because this value is actually equals to this, but my condition is not equals to. Copy this, select the entire table, go to this conditional formatting, and here I'll say new rule and say format. Paste this, and here we have this P11, make it absolute column. I'll say highlight. See, now wherever it is true, automatically it will get highlighted like this. So likewise, okay, you can see here there are so many options you can work on this. So this is about the conditional formatting. Okay, there are so many options like this. I'll show you where you can actually find there are so many different options, unique options, which you can very easily implement in your projects. Okay, fine. Let me just close this. I'm sorry, I'm not able to ask you guys, the comments as well, because I don't know what happened to the chat box. I will check that, but we'll go to next option. Okay, filters. Filters. What are filters? Filters are actually a kind of option where we can slice the data. What is slicing of the data? Slicing of the data means, suppose, let me just do a simple filters. I'm selecting this and let me just try to filter the data. We'll go here, say data. I'll click on this filter. I want to filter the region east. So you can see that the east value is getting filtered. Now I'll go here. I want to filter category. I'll go here. I'll say furniture filtered. Now here I'll say again bookcases. So filtering is slicing of the data. But if you see, when I'm actually filtering, I filtered the values of 3 columns 3 times. We all know how to filter this. I'll just go here, apply filter, and I'll just go click on this icon and then keep on filtering whatever values I need. But let me remove this filter. Sometimes what will happen is, instead of wasting so much of time, there are some simple ways where I can actually filter many values in one single click. That is called as advanced filters. So what filter I showed you now was just trying to filter this by using the normal filter. I'll go here, advanced filter, and then I'm actually trying to filter. But let's see how we can actually filter by using advanced options. This one. First thing is, I want to get unique values. Let me copy this and I'll paste it somewhere here. Just paste it here. Right. Now I want to get only unique values. I have an option of remove duplicate. Just click on this. All the duplicate values will be removed and only the unique values will be available. Now let's go here. Instead of using this remove duplicates, I also have this advanced option. I'll say copy to another location. Select the list range here like this. And then I'll say unique records. And here we'll say copy to another location. And we'll click here. Say okay. You can see that I'll get only unique values. That means all the values which are duplicate will be removed and only the unique values will be copied and pasted. Similarly, I can also use two columns, just copy two columns and paste it and use the same option. You will get the unique values of the combination of two or three columns or whatever columns you have taken. Right. Sometimes you might feel that, okay, let me just try to filter the values, the numbers, depending on some operators. Now what I'll do, I want to filter the values here and paste that filtered value somewhere else. Just observe, it's very, very simple actually. What you do, just copy this and paste it above this. Just copy and paste, delete this. Now let's say I want to filter the values which are above 2000, filter it and copy it and paste it in another location. That is the filtered data. Let me say greater than 2000. We call this as criteria, the condition. Let's go here. You select anywhere. It's not that you have to go and select the entire table. Advanced and say copy to another location. It asks for list range. Let me select this list range and then I'll say criteria range. Criteria range here, I'm just teaching you guys how to filter the data for only one call by using only one call. I'm selecting this criteria range and then I'll say copy to another location. Let me just go here. I'll click here and then I'll say okay. Let's go and see. You can see the data here which is filtered and it is pasted. All the values which are about 2000 only will be filtered and pasted. Wherein if I would have done the same thing by using the normal filter, let me show you. Filter and here I'll say number greater than or equal to 2000. I'll get this. Again, I have to copy this and paste it. Instead, we can use this advanced filter where I can filter and also I can paste the data elsewhere by using this filter. Same thing we can do for dates as well. Like what we did now, we can use the date as well, give the date here and then try to filter it. Filter by text. Now suppose if you think that I want to filter anything here, we just mentioned, say for example, I'll go here. I want to filter just now. We actually tried something, right? Let me just go here. This time I'll use three columns. So what do I need? I want state should be Indiana. Region should be central. Category should be office supplies. That means whatever I did the filters three times means filtering this column, and this column. I'm just copying that, I'm pasting here. I just observe. I'll go here, I'll say advanced, copy to another location. List range, I'll select this. And then criteria range, I'll select this. And then I'll say copy to another location. Let me just click on this and say, okay. Let's go and check. See, the state is Indiana, region is central, and categories office supply. Only those records of these three selections or three criteria will be filtered. So it is such interesting and easy to filter your data like this, copy and paste in another location as well, instead of going and doing multiple times. So likewise, there are so many different options. Let's go here. I'll show you one more option. I want to filter all the values which starts with new. I want to filter all the values which are starting with new. I'm not sure what will be available after this new. We have an option called as wildcards. What are wildcards? Let me just tell you. I have given all the options here. Wildcards means we have something called as star, any characters. I'll just show you one example. I'll take this state, put it above, Here I'll say new star. My requirement was in the beginning, I need to have new. After that, I should have star. So now we just see after this new, it can be any characters. So wild cards are nothing but it can be any characters. Let's go to advanced. Same options, no difference actually, only the difference will be on this criteria. Copy to another location, list range. Let me select this range and then say criteria range. Select this and say copy to another location. Let me just click here and say okay. See, you can see the first character is new. So everywhere it is new like this. So you have to explore more. You have to learn something like this, which will actually help you people in working any complex options or say complex task. Finish it in very simple way. Right. Likewise, we have so many things. Say, for example, we actually saw one example of highlighting the cells. That is, if any value is greater than the profit value is greater than sales, highlight. Now, suppose if the same thing, if you want to filter, say, for example, I want all the values which are in minus profit, say loss. Let's say minus profit, that means it is in loss. I want all these profit which are in minus to be filtered and pasted elsewhere or in different location. I'm giving a condition here. I'll say equals this value is less than 0. When I say less than 0, that means it is negative value. I'll just go here, advanced, copy to another location, and then I will select the entire range, criteria range. I'll select this, and then I'll say copy to another location. Let me just click here and say okay. I think there is only one value with minus. Right. So likewise, there are so many different options as well. You can try to work on this as well. This is called as filters. Fine. Let's go to the next one. I'm sorry, I'm not able to ask you the comments because it's not working. But anyways, I'll ask all you the questions. Make a note of all the questions. I'll answer that in the end. Okay, fine. Right. Next is about validations. What are validations? Let me show you with examples. Validation means I'm entering some value. But when I'm entering, it should enter the exact required valid values. Say, for example, it says quantity. I'll say 12. Fine. What if someone enters something like this? This is invalid because the quantity should be only number. You can just see. See. If you enter something like this, the problem is if at all I'm taking some total here, I cannot take the total because here I'm entering text. I don't want the user to enter text here. You should enter only numbers. So what I'll do, let me just select this. Anything like if you want to apply a condition for using conditional formatting, or if you want to apply some validation, I have to select those cells. Let me go here to this data. I have this data validation. Click on this arrow and here I have this validation. What I can do is here it says any value. In Excel, a sheet, what you see, here you can see it says any value. That means I can enter any value here. You click here, you can see there are so many other options. If you think that the quantity is a whole number, I'll just click on this whole number. And if you think the value what I'm entering is between some value, you can give this between value. Or if you think that I don't know what will be the quantity, but still I should enter the quantity only in numbers, I'll say greater than. I want it to be greater than 0. I'll say minimum value is 0. Say okay. Now you just observe. I'll say 1 and I'm entering some numbers. Now I'm trying to enter some text. It will not allow. Why? Because I have specifically mentioned that it should be whole number. You cannot enter text there. Okay, so you have to apply the condition like this. This is how we can apply the condition. Let's go here. Let me go to this data validation. I given the whole number greater than, all the values should be above 0. But if you see, I'm entering some invalid text, it is not allowing me to enter. But if you see the message, it says this value doesn't match the data validations. What does that mean? That means it is saying that it is invalid data, but it is not telling that what is the valid data I need to enter. So how will the user know that I have to enter some value here, which is valid? So what we'll do, let's select, go here, data validation, and here I'll say error alert. Apply the settings, go to error alert. Here it says title. You can mention anything in title. I'll just mention as quantity, and I'll say enter quantity value above 0. Now say okay. Now you see, I'll just enter something. You can see that it is giving me specific value, which will help us in understanding that yes, this is the value what I need to enter. Suppose if you're not specifying this, it will actually give a default message which we might not, which the user might not know what actually we have to enter. Right. But what if the user enters like this and then is getting the message instead? We'll make the user know what has to be entered in the beginning only, so that he'll get some message, a pop-up message saying that you have to enter specifically the value greater than 0. So what we'll do, we'll go here, I can click on this validation, go to input message. I just copied that message, I just pasted here. Here I'll say quantity. See now what happens. Say, okay, see, if I go and click on this, it'll give me a pop-up message, which we call it as screen tip here. This is called a screen tip, where I'll get the screen tip automatically here saying that you have to enter the quantity above 0, so that the user will know that what has to be entered in the beginning only. Right, let's go here. Next option is text. That means this should be a text, not a number. So what we'll do, we'll go here and say data validation, and we'll see if there is any option, something like that. You can see that there is no option for only text. What should we do? What we'll do in this case, I'll use this custom. Before going to this custom, I'll tell you one more thing. If you are actually not so confident in writing formulas directly in this data validation, right? Because we have to write a formula here. What we can do is here equals is text, which we actually use for conditional formatting. Same thing I can use here. Select here and say enter. You can see it says false. That means this is not a text. So here I'm saying is text. Let me just type something. Sorry. Go here. See, it says true. That means I entered text. If I enter some number along with that, it is still alphanumeric, it is text only. But if I enter some number, see, it says false. So what I'll do, let me copy this, select, and I'll say data validation. Here we'll say custom, and we'll say formula, and say Okay. If you think you want to give some error alert, just have to give the error alert. I'll say okay. Now here I'll type, let me delete this. Now let me type this number and say enter. See, it will not allow because you specifically mentioned that it has to be number. Sorry, it has to be text, not number. Now I'll type anything text, it'll take, but not number. Right. Similarly, there are so many different options. Now let's say you are working on some task where for me, I need to enter text, but specific text. If you go here, I'm able to enter anything. Say here, I'll say something like this. But if I go here, I want specific text. What is that? Say like this. Something like this I need to enter where the first four characters has to be PROD. It's a code actually. If you want to do something like this, then what should I do? Say, let's go here, we'll write the formula. Assuming that I'm not so confident in the formulas, what you do, let's go here and say left of this, comma 4 equals. I'm just giving something like this. You see, it is true. If at all I go here, see, it becomes false. So that means my validation is right here. Copy this formula. That's all, very simple. Select data validation, and then I'll say custom and paste this formula. That's all. Now, if you go here, if I type something, just observe. See, it is taking. But if I type something like this, it will not. Why? Because it is not valid. So likewise, you can go here. There are so many options which you can actually try and see for making the validations. Let me just give you one more example. Very interesting and very commonly used examples. I have one template here. I need to enter some quantity, but the quantity should not exceed 50. I'll say appliances 1, then say 20, then say 3. You can see that it's 24. I'll make it as 20. Now it's 4. Suppose now if I enter more than 50, it should give me the option saying that it is invalid. That means the total should always be within 50 or less than 50. So what should I do for this? Now what I'll do, I'll go here. You can see that. Let me just clear all this. I'm just clearing. It is taking 52, but it should not exceed 50. In this case, what I have done is I've taken one formula here saying that sum of this range. Let me go here till here. I'll say data validation, and here I'll say custom. If you are so confident about the formula, directly go here and give that formula. Otherwise, you say sum of this range and fix this. Is less than or equal to 50. So what I'm specifying here saying that if the value is less than or equal to 50, you can enter. Suppose if it is exceeding 50, that means it is invalid. Now let me just see. Let me just type 20. See, it will not take. I'll say 9, it will take 1, it will take. Now it's 50. Now even if you say 0.1, it will not take. Likewise, I can use this data validation for validating the entire, say the text or number what I'm entering, so that the inputs what the user does will only give me valid data instead of invalid data. All right. Next, so this is data validation. Now, next we'll see number format. So before I go, let me just unmute people and see. Okay, so people have unmute you. I have unmuted all of you. Just take 2 minutes and just tell me how are you feeling about the session. You can speak, no problem. You can unmute and you can actually speak and tell these 3 topics what you have learned. So how do you feel? Are you people able to listen to me? Are you able to listen to me, people?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm just asking
Yes.
you some comment because this comment is not working. So I'm just asking you.
Yes, sir.
So how is the session going? How are the topics?
Sir, we are enjoying, sir. Nice.
Okay. Others, any comments? A quick comment. I'm not asking you to give, a big comment or something. Just at least how you guys are actually feeling about the topics which you are, attending.
Yes, sir, it is helping out very much. Actually, the examples are good.
Okay. So still there are very good examples, and very sorry, I don't know. There is some problem with this Zoom today. I am not sure what, because I don't have time to go and check the technical things. It'll take a lot of time, so I'm just trying to manage with what we're able to today. Okay, but sure, people who are attending the next sessions, that will be solved. Okay, I'll solve after this session. I'll try to solve that issue and say I'll speak to the customer care and say, okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So just again mute all of you. Right, let's go to the next topics. Okay. Right. Next topic, what we have is the number formatting. So people, there are so many options which will be keep on working. Okay. First of all, you should think that what task I'm actually performing. For filtering of the data, I use filters. If you want to validate a data, I'll use validations. If you want to highlight some values depending on conditional, I'll use this conditional formatting. Similarly, suppose if you want to change the numbers, the formatting of the numbers, then we should use this number formatting. Number formatting is a very interesting topic actually. There are a lot many options in number formatting itself. People would have not explored. I'll just show you a few of them. Now say, for example, if I go here, I have the sales value, which is supposed to be in 1000 separators. I'll select this. You can go to this home tab. Here you can see the comma separator. If you click on this, this will get comma separator like this. But there are some things which you actually have to, keep in mind or say, be aware of. What is that? I'll tell you. You can see above this, I've given some format, hash 0. What is this? Let me just tell you. Let me select this and press Control 1. Control 1 is a shortcut key which will help you in formatting anything. I'll say Control 1. Now, let's use this. You can see that I have this general, which is the general format. You can see the sample as well. I have something called as number. If you click on this number, I'll get this 1000 separator. And here I have this decimal values. And here I have this 1000 separator as well. If I have a negative number, you can use these options. For example, I want the negative value to be in brackets with the red color. I'll say, okay, you can see that it's getting formatted. I'll just go here, make one of the numbers as negative number. You can see this becomes the negative number with red color brackets. But how does this actually work technically? Let me just tell you. Select this, control one, anything. If you think that you want to know how the values are formatted, select these options. Finally, just click on this custom. You can see that I have this format like this. What is this? Let me just explain. I'll copy this and I'll put it here, top like this. Just observe exactly like what I had this hash 0 or something. Here, there is one format which is automatically generated. Let me tell you how it actually works. The number formats are divided into 3 parts. Okay. What is that? Let me just tell you. Positive, semicolon, negative, and 0. These are the 3 options what we actually have in number formatting. Okay, keep this in mind. Positive, negative, and 0. In this, there are different options where we have this. You can see that 0, hash, question mark, at symbol, and things like that. Just learn about this 0 and hash enough. That is more than enough for you guys to understand. What is 0? First of all, let's understand. 0 is nothing but it is a placeholder which will give me the placeholder for holding the value 0. Hash is for any numbers. Now just observe. I'll give the format hash, 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 hash. 4 hash I'm giving. Let me copy this and I'll apply that hash here. Go to this custom. I'll apply this hash. You can see that it is something similar to general. So, okay, you can see that it is general number. Right. Now I want a 1000 separator. Here, after this 3 hash, I'll give 1000 separator. You can see that 1000 separator. So, okay, here you can see 1000 separator. The problem is here you can see the value is 0.789 where I'm not getting the decimal number. It is giving me the whole number. I'll say dot 00. This is the format for decimal number. Say, okay, I can see that it is 0.79 where I was supposed to have 0.79. I've changed the format only to hash. Let me just select control 1 and here I'll give 10 here hash and say right. Right. Now what about the negative number? Here you can see I told positive. This is positive form. Copy this semicolon. I'll paste this. Now there is no minus symbol here for this negative number. I'll put this in bracket like this. I'll put this in bracket and say okay. Now you see the negative number becomes in bracket. So that means if you go here, you have this positive and negative number. What about this 0? I'll tell you later. This negative number should be in red color. So what I did, I'll go here. I'll just put the square bracket red. Any color name you can give. You can go to internet or Google it. You'll get all the color names, red, white, blue, green, anything you can give. Depending on that color, it will just give me this color. I'll say, okay, see the negative part. Same thing you can give for positive also. So suppose if you think that I want the positive number to be blue, see the positive side, I'll put one square bracket and I'll say blue and close the bracket. You see all the positive number will become blue. What about 0? In the end, I'll say semicolon. I'll say 0 should be hyphen. I'll just give something like this. I'll say hyphen. Say okay. Now you see positive, negative. I'll make one of the values to 0 and say enter. You can see I given hyphen. The 0 will become hyphen. Now if you go and check this, copy this. Let me put it just here. See, this is positive semicolon, negative semicolon, and 0. I can add anything here. Say, here we'll say. See, I mentioned 0 here. Say okay. See, see. So this is how you can use the formats. You want this to be green color. Wherever I type this 0, it should be green color. I'll say, see now, see, wherever I press the 0, you can see it becomes green color. Likewise, you can use this number formatting as well. So likewise, there are so many simple and easy way of formatting this. Let me just show you. Say, for example, I have this value. It's a very big number. Let me just zoom this and show you. I want this to be in thousands. Let's say something like this. Now what I'll do, select, I have this number formatting, go to custom. What you have to do is just put 1 comma in the end, not somewhere in the middle, in the end. You can see automatically it will get divided by 1000. Now I'll put one double quote and I'll say K in the end. Say okay. See, you can see that it becomes in thousands. In millions, select, go here, put another comma, but you have to change this to millions like this. M, say 3.8 million like this. Likewise, it's so simple actually. You can format your numbers. Symbols, see here. I want whether it is growth, that is it is going high or low or something. You'll get this character, that is we call it as ASCII values. You can get it through net, or I've given the code also here. You can check this. Same formatting, you can see positive, negative number, and then I just mentioned this as, so you can go here, see positive, I put this text, negative, I put this down arrow, and I mentioned this red, so this will give me positive or negative value. If you go here, see, let me just go here and make it 70. See, it is up here. Likewise, you can use this values as well. Right. You can add currency. Suppose if you think that you want to add currency, let's go here. I have this currency and you can select any of this currency. You have this rupees symbol. Go here and see. See here, we have this rupees. So, okay, see, like this. So likewise, we have so many different options here. You can work on this aspect. A percentage, go here, click on this percentage, say okay. See, gets converted to percentage. So this is number formatting. Formulas. Formulas, I'll just show you. So these are all formulas which is very advanced, that is 2019 formulas, 2016 and above formulas, or MS Office 365 formulas. Let me just tell you one thing. We have a formula called as concatenate equals concatenate. Let me select this. If you want to concatenate another text, comma, select this, close brackets, like this. I cannot drag a range. Say, for example, for sum, I'm just showing you an example, equals sum of, I can just select a range and say, I'll get this. But same thing I cannot do for concatenate. I have to select each individual cell. But now we have a formula called as concat and text join. Both I'll show it here only. Equals concat. We have this text. Instead of selecting one by one, I'll just select all this. See, close brackets, enter. You can see that automatically they'll get combined. But if you see, all these values are getting combined, but there is no separators. We call it as delimiters. I want some delimiters here. So what I'll do, I'll go here. Instead of concatenate, I'll say text join. Text join is a formula which will use, which is actually used for concatenating. You just see It will ask for delimiter. Delimiter is nothing but the separators like this. And it says ignore empty. I'll tell you what is this. As of now, I'll say true, comma, and here I'll select this. See? I'm getting this comma separator. This is for getting the delimiters. Use text join. If you just want to join without any delimiter, use concat. If you think that I want to concatenate each cell, then go for concatenate. But concatenate now people have stopped using because from 2016 and above, we have this advanced formula concat and text join. Now here we had an option that is true or false. What is that? Let me just delete this binders. You can see that nothing is space here, say comma, the next we have this paper. But suppose if I make it as false, see, we can see there are two commas. That means this will be as a blank here. Like this. Like this. Let me make it as true. Like this. Now, people, the formulas, what you're seeing, there are so many formulas for filtering the data, sorting the data. Okay, get unique, like what we have is remove duplicates. We saw that remove duplicates, the same thing we have for getting unique values as well. Now, for example, random numbers, rand between 10 to 100, enter. See, I used to drag something like this. But now we have an array formula, rand array. It asks for rows, columns. I'll say 5 rows, 5 columns. Minimum value, I'll say 10. Maximum value, I'll say 100. And close bracket, say enter. See, automatically I'll get 5 rows, 5 columns values. Suppose if you think that I want, say, 10 rows, 3 columns. See here. See, 10 rows, 3 columns value. Let me delete this. Suppose if you think that I want to get only integer values, go here, comma, say true, that is integer. See, all integer values in here from 10 to 100. So we can get something like this. So here we have the sequencer. What is sequencer? Suppose I want say 1, 2, and I'll drag it. But now we have the sequence. Say sequence. It lasts for rows and columns. I'll say 10 rows and say enter. See, 1 to 10. What if I want columns? Let me go here, comma, 5 columns. See, like this. Let me make it as 3 columns. See? Starting number, I want it to start from 100. And step, how many numbers it has to jump, the serial number. I'll say 2 numbers. See, 100, 2, 104, 6, like this. There are very advanced formulas now. You can see that so many advanced formulas. So many things to learn in Excel. Right. Next. Charts. I'll just show you some charts. Usually we create charts. What is that? Column chart, pie chart. Then we have the line chart. People, any questions I'll take. Prithvi Rajaya, I'll take the question. Please make a note of it and keep it. I'll ask the question. Then I'll allow you guys to ask the questions in the end. Okay. Right. Let me just show you some charts here. You go here. I have something called as butterfly chart. You can see here. This chart is just a column, that is stacked bar chart. You just see, I'll just try to change the value to 500. You just see. Just so here, this is just a normal chart. That is, it is a stacked chart. In cell chart, here we have used formulas. That is repeat formula. Let me show you some more things. Conditional formatting chart. We don't have conditional formatting for charts, but how we can do conditional formatting? If you see here, I have a condition saying that less than 500 should be blue color, 500 to 1000 it should be red color, and anything above 1000 should be green color. You just see, I'll make it 1400. Automatically, this will get converted to green color. For this, there is one simple formula what we have used here. Just an if condition. People who know these formulas, they can easily create these kind of charts in a very simple way. And then this is done. See, now let me just make it as 850. So this will become red color. You can see that product 7, it is above 1000 or say 1000. I'll make it as 100. This should become blue color. You can see that becomes blue color. No programming, just a simple formula. We can achieve these kind of charts. Let me also show you some more unique charts. Say interactive chart. Right. Now let me click on the sales, profit, percentage of profit. Enable this. See. Suppose if you want profit, click on this. I want sales. See, I don't want this profit and percent, profit and sales. Only these two has to be shown. I can select something like this. Let me show you one more. Right. Just see this chart. It's a very simple chart. We click on this first quarter. So all quarters, all the quarters are showing. I'll go to this first quarter, see, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. All these are very simple. How did we do this? Just a simple formula here, that is if condition. There is nothing called as advanced, or you have to write every for every advanced things programs. Nothing like that. We just have to understand how we can utilize this in a very simple way. There are so many simple things like this which you can actually do it. Okay, so I'll tell you, Excel is very, very easy actually, but you should learn in a very simple way and very, not confusing yourself. Okay, so likewise, we have so many data modeling, Power Query Editor, pivot tables, that is advanced pivot tables, slicers, power pivots. All these are actually, comes under one categories. Let me just show you. I'll go to this data modeling. Okay, I'll tell you what is this data modeling. Say, for example, instead of this, let me take one big data. Okay, this one I'll take. So what is data modeling? Many people would have heard about this data modeling. Data modeling is nothing but taking your data, structuring it in such a way that it is easy for us to work and create reports. Okay, we are just trying to structure it. How to do that? Let me just show you. I'm just showing you the data here. You can see that there are a lot of data here with different tables. Let me just close this. I'll open one Excel file. A blank Excel file I have opened. Go to this data. Here I have this data modeling. You can see that there is one manage data modeling, or you'll have a menu, Power Pivot. Here I have this manage. Click on this. Let me click here and I'll get this option of selecting this Excel file. Say next, and here I have this browse, and let me select this Excel file. See, I'm selecting this Excel file just now what I showed. Say open. I'll say use first row as column headers. Next, and here let me select all these and then say finish. What I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to import the data. Now you could have thought that, okay, I would have opened directly in the Excel file itself. I could have taken the data and then I would have processed the data. Now you cannot do that. Data modeling, when I take the data here, there is no limits of data here. Say close. So just observe this. This is not actually Excel. This is the data modeling actually, where you can see Power Pivot for Excel. Now I'll go to this diagram view. And here I have some data, the tables what I just imported. Just see here. I'll try to connect them. How? Just say, take this customer ID, drag and drop. This is called as creating the relationship. That is, it is a part of data model. Location ID, drag and drop. We're trying to create relationship exactly like what we do in SQL. So tomorrow, people who are attending this SQL session, they'll learn this as well in an advanced way. Say product ID. I think product ID cannot be done because there is some duplicate here. So I'll just delete this. Let me take this segment and I'll select this. So let me select the ship ID. I'll click on this ship ID. I created the relationship. Now, what is the advantage of creating relationship like this? Let me close this. Just observe. I close the data modeling. We just observe here, there is no data at all. There is no data in this Excel sheet. So what is the use of it? I'll go to this insert. You just observe. I'll say pivot table. Okay. Or we'll say, okay, pivot table. I'll say from data model. Just see there is no data here. No data. I'll say from data model. It'll ask in the existing sheet or new worksheet. I'll say, okay. Now you can see that. See all the tables what we just taken. I don't need to have the data in Excel sheet at all. It will be in the data modeling. Now I can create a pivot table. Let's say I want region, drag and drop. I want the sales by segment. So this is Power Pivot data model. Slicers, Power Query Editor, pivot tables, all this you can actually do it here only. Let me just drag this region and I'll put it here. I'll take the shift mode and put it here. See, I will go here. I select central. You can see that I'm getting this central. Instead of this, what also I can do is I'll go here. I'll say insert slicer and I'll select the region and say, okay, what is a slicer? Slicer is nothing but instead of using this option, I'll just remove this. There are some buttons now, a fancy way of filtering the data. See, click on this like this. This way we can filter. This way we can actually create a pivot table from various different sheets. Previously, we are able to create pivot table only in one single sheet. But now you can see that we can create the pivot table from various multiple sheets. So likewise, there are hundreds of options. So where can I learn that? So what you can do is, let me just show you. our app, we have so many different options. Go to our website, itsinc.in. Let me put this chat box. I think you guys are already there in this app. Let me just put it in the chat box. Okay, this is our app itself. Go to this courses. Here I have this. All the courses, whatever is there in this, whatever I just taught, you have this advanced Excel. Here we have two courses actually. Let me just say e-learning. Okay, advanced Excel, and we have this advanced Excel Pro Plus. Here is that. Okay, so whatever you just saw now, you have all these here, the advanced filters, everything in detail, whatever I have taught you, everything. Okay, so whatever you just saw, and this actually cost you just 399 rupees only. Along with that, suppose if you think you want to learn from basics, you can go here, advanced Excel. It is just 399. This is from basics to advanced. And after that, this is advanced Excel Pro Plus, like what I just taught you all these topics. This one. Suppose if you guys think that you want to have live class, see this e-learning is just self-learning. Okay. Suppose you guys think that you want to learn with the instructor, then we have this live instructor led class. This will be like 4,960. That is advanced Excel. Then we have this advanced Excel Pro Plus as well. That will be little costlier for you people. When it is there, you can just search that. Take it as course. Advanced Excel Pro Plus. I think it's not there yet. Fine. Okay, so you can take this course as well. Now, suppose if you take this course, there is one offer actually, that is you will get Microsoft certification, which is what is that, some $100 actually. That will be completely free for you, which certificate you'll get it from Microsoft. Okay, it is Microsoft certified professional certificate for Excel, which will be completely free if you are registering for this instructor led classes, that is for advanced Excel. Okay, otherwise you guys think that you just want to learn by your own, that is self learning, go for this e-learning where you will get all the courses just for 399 rupees only. That is advanced Excel and advanced Excel Pro Plus. It is from scratch actually. This is from scratch till advanced professional courses which I just taught. Okay, apart from this, if you guys think that you want to learn more things, you can go here. Here we have this packages as well. E-learning, suppose if you guys want the entire data analytics package or business analytics package, you can check here, which is just very less cost. You can just take this. This is for the independent software. Okay, if you guys want, go to the store and check this. That is in ITS packets. Okay, right. So I'll just stop this, and now I'll unmute all of you. Please, you can unmute one by one and ask question, whatever question you have, one by one, please.
Hello.
One by one. Yeah, Karthik.
Hello.
Yeah, Karthik.
Yes, actually, I'm looking for Power BI and Looker BI training. Is there any new batch is going on?
See, those things let's discuss offline. Okay, so here let's have only doubts because
Yeah.
others also will be like for Excel. But yes, there are some classes going on. There are some new batches which will go on. So Karthik,
Okay.
are you able? Please mute.
Yes, yes.
Please mute. There is some background noise. Please mute. Okay. So here I have just given one number. This is Suma's number. She is our training coordinator. you can speak to her regarding any new batches which are starting. Okay, she will actually guide you. She is our training coordinator. She will have the schedules. This is my number. I'll just give my number as well. Okay, you guys can take my number as well. And also, suppose if you guys think that you want to get some free tips and tricks videos, you can follow us on Instagram and also in the Facebook page or in YouTube, so that you will get. There are so many tips and tricks which we actually keep posting every day. That also you can actually get. Right. Any others? Any questions?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Hey, Sufyan, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir.
Yeah.
Ac-
Tell me, Sufyan.
Yeah, sir, actually, I was asking about this Microsoft Word and
Yeah.
PowerPoint.
Yeah.
If you can guide me where I will get some.
You want the self-learning,
I-
or you want the instructor-led class?
Anything. Last time I asked, actually,
yes.
last content in that
I know.
did-
See, I'll tell you one thing, people. Word, PowerPoint, and all. What we actually suggest is go for self-learning, because you don't require any instructor for that. It's very easy. It's not
Yes,
like
yes.
Excel. Okay, and so go for this e-learning. Here you'll get for 399 rupees only. You can just purchase that. Why I'm telling is, see, Word and PowerPoint. I'll tell you, people, don't waste money on that. Okay, but yes, spend money on Excel, Power BI, SQL Server, these things, because this is what is like career oriented. But this Word, Excel, and all you can easily learn. So why do you have to actually spend 2,000, 3,000 for that? Go here to this. Here you'll get this Word and PowerPoint. It's very simple thing. See, 399 rupees. You'll get this Word and PowerPoint. Just you purchase this. That is more than enough. What I suggest to people. But again, if you think that you want to invest, please invest on instructor-led classes on this Excel or Power BI or Python, on these kind of things.
Oh, yeah, in that, sir, videos and materials also is there. In that.
Yes, everything will be there. In this, if you go,
Yeah.
here we'll have all the videos here. You can see that all the videos will be available. Along with that, you'll get this, reference files here. This is the reference files, example files.
Yeah, yes. We'll go there like that.
Okay, you can get that there. But don't waste much money on Word and PowerPoint.
It's for my learning, sir. That's why.
Self-learn. But otherwise, if you guys think that you want to really, want to learn something, and go for advanced Excel or Power BI, SQL Server, okay, these kind of things you spend, that will not be wasted.
And today I joined very late. What thing you covered today, sir?
Nothing. I was just giving them guidance. Okay, so this is webinar. This is not a workshop. So I'll be not teaching you. And again, this video I'll just put it in the course itself, so that you guys can watch that video also if you have missed it from beginning. And there was some technical issue also. So we also started a little later actually, because I don't know, some problem, we are not able to chat or something. So
Yes.
okay, I don't know. There is some problem. I'll check that after this session. What has happened?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I have a small. I need a small actually guidance. So
Yeah, correct.
actually, real time, I have facing so one issue.
Okay.
So in for example, I have 6 to 7 columns.
Mhm.
There will be a data called like thousands and 2,000s and 3,000s. Likewise, there will numbers will come.
Mhm.
So in before, like in some we do for example 010 020 all that type also codes numbers also will come.
Mhm.
But I want to see, I want to like remove only before what one zero,
Mhm.
like 010 is there.
Mm.
I want to remove the zero before 1 or 2 5.
So you mean to
How
say
to
you have
do
some
that?
numbers like this? Something like this you have?
Yeah,
Is
some
it?
actually it not comes frequently. There 010 come in so
No,
one
no
column
problem.
10.
What you do,
Yeah.
just select this,
Yeah.
you multiply it by 1. Okay.
Okay.
It will become
Okay.
number. So what will happen, I'll tell you. This would have become like a text. Okay.
Okay.
So just
Okay.
multiply it by 1. And you get
Okay. Fine.
try this. If not, I have given my number, just message me. or WhatsApp
Yes.
me the screenshot. I'll check that.
Okay, fine.
Right.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah,
This is
Jagannath.
Jagannath Prasad Jena.
Yeah, tell me.
I have question with I want to learn Power BI and SQL Server,
Okay.
and you also told us this is e-learning process.
Yes, yes.
It is beginner or advanced?
No, no,
Yes.
it is from beginner. So any courses, whatever you see, we have from beginners to advanced.
Okay, beginner.
From
If any doubts there, so how can sort out the?
See, I'll tell you, we have three mode of trainings. Okay, one is e-learning,
Okay.
blended, and live classes. Okay. When I say
Okay.
e-learning, it is like you can purchase it for just 399 rupees and you can
Yeah,
learn
fine.
by your own. We don't support because you understand, right? Because there'll be so many people who are purchasing, it will be difficult for us to
Okay.
support. Okay. The next one is blended. Blended will be 60% lesser than the live class. Say it will be
Okay.
around some 3,000 to 4,000. I'm not sure about the exact price. You can go and check there. So here
Okay,
what
fine.
happens is you can learn complete Power BI with materials and everything will be there. Suppose if
Okay.
you have any doubts, only the doubts will be cleared for you. Okay. The next
Okay.
one is the live class. The live class is actually 12,600 or something, wherein you will get live class, say offline, online. You can come to our office. You can also work with us. You can also work with the projects and things like that. This will be
Okay.
like live. So I'll be available and I'll be teaching you. So that will be like a batch wise and you can attend the sessions as well. There, the advantage is like you can come offline, online, and also you can attend any number of live classes. There is no limits for live classes as well.
Okay. Okay. This how many duration?
See, duration, actually what we do is we'll take it in numbers. Say 15 to 16 hours is the plan what we have. Okay.
Okay.
But what happens is sometimes, say for example, now Jagannath is working on some project, so he is getting stuck with that. He has got some
Okay.
examples. You will bring that examples, and what we do is we'll take that in the session itself, so that
Okay.
say the doubt what you have, so someone else also would have same doubt, but is not able to put that in a proper way. So if you explain that, then they'll also learn some new topics like that. So there it might increase some number of hours like that. So we don't go with number of hours, we'll go with the topics.
Okay, topics. And you are providing the study material?
Yes, everything will be there. Study materials, every
Certification?
day, see, study material will be there. Along with that, pre-recorded videos will be there. Plus, everyday sessions will be recorded. Say, for example, today I'm actually taking class. Now, if you see, I'm actually
Okay.
taking this session, I'm recording this. So that session recording also will be given to you.
Okay. This section is a lifetime or certain period?
Which one?
This live section or certain period you are providing a
No,
lifetime?
live session in the sense, say that batch, say for example, when batch is there, live session is there, we'll take the live session. Okay, once the
No, I'm asking about on if I will do class with you
Mhm.
and you will send a live class as a study material as well.
Yes.
It is study material are providing through what is the did you know, cloud-based study material and
No.
so I
We'll
can
put that
download
in
it.
the app itself. It will be available in the app. Once you
Acha,
actually,
aap,
yeah, it will be there in the app. You can download that. So you can download it for yourself and you can
okay,
work. It's not that in the cloud we put that online and you can work. You can download that.
okay.
Offline also you
Okay,
can work.
okay, fine, cool. Certification is available?
Pardon?
Certificate.
Yes,
Microsoft Pro.
say Microsoft, if you want PL 300, that's actually a separate section actually where you can let us know. We'll give you the option of purchasing the vouchers actually, wherein
Okay.
the voucher
Okay.
contains the practice sessions where you have a 3 months unlimited practice test you can take, and after that 1 year valid
Acha, login period.
yeah, login period like that.
Okay, 1 year.
1 year.
Okay, fine. Yeah, thanks for clarification.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, I have a question regarding not regarding this session.
Okay.
Actually, I'm using a mobile app. So, is there any option to use the same application in my personal laptop so that I can view the screen in a
Yes.
in a large?
That's what I mentioned you. Here I messaged, say, I'll just say itsinc.in. I've
Okay.
mentioned in the chat box, if you see
Yes, sir.
itasinc.in. Okay, just log in with the
Okay.
same ID what you have logged in the app. So you'll get all the options there
Okay.
directly.
Yeah.
That is actually app you can install, that is for mobile. itasinc.in is for the websites.
Okay. Okay. Why? Because so when I try to log into my laptop, so it has taken the web based itself.
Okay.
So it is not allowed me to
No.
install
You should
this
log in actually.
as a.
Go for itasinc.in.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So if you have any questions, you can still make a note. Tomorrow also we have, see, till Friday I'll be available with you people with lot many other things. So tomorrow it will be like SQL Server. So anybody wants to learn from scratch Excel and to the level of the latest MS Office 365, you can go, you can purchase this advanced Excel plus advanced Excel Pro plus. It is just 399 rupees. Suppose anybody wants to attend live sessions, so please go and register in live sessions. There are a lot of batches which are starting, and you will also be getting a free Microsoft Excel certificate as well from Microsoft for people who purchase this advanced Excel class. Okay, that is for only live sessions. Okay, we will guide you for clearing the exam, and this certificate is coming from Microsoft, and you will be certified as Microsoft Certified Professional. Okay, fine. So thank you so much, people, for the videos. I'll be uploading it tomorrow morning. You can also view the video, and then any doubts you can still make a note. So tomorrow evening we'll meet with the SQL Server class. Okay. Thank you so much. Good night, all of you. See you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Bye.